What was going through your mind when Rasul makes that interception?
I was thinking about plays, what we're going to do if we got the ball back with 10 seconds left. So proud of Rasul. What a great story. You know, how special is this game? Guys on the street, comes in, starts for us, finishes the game out for us. Amazing.
Aaron, how do you describe a game like this? I thought Cincinnati was strange, the way that one ended. And this.
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of how we've been playing this year. We've not been super efficient at times, but come up with some big plays at the right moments. I love the, big drive there in the end of the third and the beginning of the fourth quarter. 91-yard drive to put us back up 2 scores. They come down, score. We get the ball back, put together another great drive, methodical, get stuffed. They get the ball out, big third down. They hit another one. Now they're on our side of the field. But just a special ending at a place we've had a couple rough endings the last couple times we're here.
What do you think of what your running game did for you tonight?
That was the key. That was definitely the key. That's what we wanted to do coming in. Felt like we could run the ball against them. I thought both guys ran the ball well. Maybe wish we would have given it to them one more time down there on the one, but I like the way those guys ran the ball. I thought we protected well. I thought we opened up some holes well. I mean, we had one kind of phantom sack, and that was it. A little bit of pressure early, but I thought Matt did a good job mixing it up. And, we were on the field for so many minutes. That was a big focus of the game, keeping Kyler and that offense off the field.
What happened on the one? Was that the play call to throw going in, or is it something that you saw before the snap to check into the throw?
On the fourth down, they had 7 guys in the box. So if you look at what happened, if I'd hand the ball off, he would have got stuffed by 3 guys. So, guy put his hand up at the right time, but had Cobby there probably for a touchdown.
What is it about this team? I mean, Jim mentioned the Cincinnati game. I mean, the San Francisco game is. Do you have a feel for what you think you might have here yet?
I think we're a gritty football team. I think nobody probably expect us to win tonight. Definitely not to be, maybe to be in the game, but definitely not to win with the guys that we had out. I'm really proud of the guys. I felt like we had a lot of confidence and, a big drive to get us back to 7-7. I think kind of settled us there in the end of the first, and then we just got a big turnover. I thought Matt was aggressive. We talked about being a little more aggressive tonight, so I really like the fourth down call there instead of kicking a field goal. When I hit EQ that set up a touchdown to Cobby, I love going for it on 4th and 1. I thought Matt, he's probably kicking himself about a couple of the calls, but I love the aggressiveness, and I'm really happy with the way the game was called, and we executed well in a lot of phases. We just got to clean some things up in the red zone and put a team away like we had a chance to tonight.
What did you see on the 2 touchdowns to Cobb? What did you see on the 2 touchdowns to Cobb?
Yeah, the first one I just made a slight little adjustment based on kind of the opposite of what I had called in the huddle, and I got rocked, so I didn't see the catch, but I heard it was a pretty nice catch. The second one was a great call by Matt. We kind of set that play up earlier in the game, kind of fly motion and guy running to the flat with some blockers, and we just had the adjustment off of that. Cobby, I don't think has ever caught that play as a touchdown. We hit that a couple other times. We hit it against Detroit in 16, I believe, was the last time we hit that play. But it's always kind of in the bag. And between the end of the third and the beginning of the fourth, Matty threw that one out there. And usually we run a little bit tighter, but man, it kind of all lined up. We're on the 6-yard line. They kind of went for EQ in the flat, and Cobby just kind of deked him and held on and made a nice catch.
What were your impressions of Juwan and the other young receivers that had to step up and play tonight?
I think there's some nerves early on. I think I'm proud of a lot of the things that they did. There's a lot to clean up for sure. We had some drops. Juwan fumbled when he looked like he had slipped that guy. Might be able to take that one for a big gain. But I thought overall they battled. Did a good job blocking at times. We were missing 3 studs, but I'm proud of the way the guys stepped in and contributed.
What can you say about AJ? Go ahead.
Down, anytime you got to 3rd down or the goal line, close inside. It looked like they just jammed everybody up at the line. You have Devontae Adams, totally different situation, right? So
Yeah, for sure.
are you guys ready for that? I mean, was that what you expected exactly? Or?
That was what we expected for sure, and we had a couple of really good play calls on. The one that gets me is the 3rd down and 1 where we had to take the delay. I really believe that would have walked in. We had a hard play action and a boot, and based on the way they were playing, it would have been me on the edge, and the defender would have made a choice between me and DeGuara, who was going to be slamming and running to the corner. He lined up in the wrong spot. Nothing we could do.
As you said, you were missing 3 studs. What does it say about this football team to battle through adversity and beat an undefeated football team?
I think I was texting with some friends today, and I said, I love when the odds are stacked against us. I feel like we kind of just takes all the pressure off, and we just relaxed and played really loose. Thought the energy was really good pre-game. Yeah, I mean, we're a gritty team. Adversity has hit us many times in the 4th quarter, and we've responded really well. A few times on offense and a couple times on defense as well.
How do you develop that grittiness? Where did that come from?
Leadership, I think. I think the team takes on the attitude and the energy of the leaders of the football team. And I think, personally and with the guys that we got leading us, we know how to deal with adversity. And we've been in pressure situations before, and we know how to handle those situations the right way.
Aaron, what can you say about A.J. Dillon bouncing back after the 2 fumbles against Washington and then just the performance he had tonight?
I think the way that he's played is outstanding. I really do. I think the way that he's grown as a pass catcher and as a runner. Last year, it was a lot of downhill and not a lot of cuts. I mean, I think his feet have gotten better. He's running behind his pads now. He's a big man. I mean, he's got a huge quads at lower half, but he's running behind his pads now. He's doing a good job with his leverage and his body lean, and he's inflicting the punishment instead of last year. I think he was running a little higher and kind of taking some shots. But he's elusive. It's a good 1-2 punch for us.
Aaron, as a quarterback, to see the way the game ended with Tyler, how do you kind of relate to that? It's kind of an awkward way for a young quarterback.
Well, he's a talented guy. He'll bounce back. I don't think he lacks in confidence at all. Looked like him and A.J. weren't on the same page. I'm going to give kudos to Jerry Gray, for the way he called the game without Joe Barry here. I thought it was fantastic. And we brought pressure on that last play. Rasul did a great job with his eyes, but it looked like they just weren't on the same page.
Aaron, you guys usually win with offense. Does it do anything extra for you to have your defense play a good game against that quarterback and then win it for you?
It really does. It really does. I mean, we didn't let him kind of run all over us. I thought we kept him in the pocket pretty good. We got him going backwards for a lot of the night. He's just so slippery, though. He had a couple, good runs, and you just kind of hold your breath when he's outside the pocket. But obviously, D-Hop being, a little limited was good for us. But I thought Stokes, played a nice game, and Rasul played a really nice game. In the back end, we tackled well, and we got enough pressure to kind of get him off the spot. And then we came up with some big turnovers. Obviously, the last one was great, but Henry with his first interception and Ty with that fumble recovery on a great punt by Bojo. That was, that was points. That was big.
And you hear these coaches talk about 1 week at a time, 1 game at a time. How much are you able to really enjoy these moments, games like this?
And I enjoy the hell out of them, Jim. I mean, I really do. I adjusted my perspective last year and did some things off the field that put me in a good headspace. And I've just been really enjoying life and football in a whole new level. And I just have a greater appreciation for moments like this, a greater connectedness to my teammates. I told them in the locker room after the game just to savor these moments, because this is the kind of things you think about and talk about 20 years from now when you're done playing. The special locker room celebrations, the elation on the sideline after a big play that seals a game. There's nothing like this game. It's a special game that gives you so many lifelong memories and friendships, and I'm so thankful to still be playing and still be playing at a high level in year 17. And every year is so different too. You never know how the team's going to come together, and the chemistry and the relationships and the guys stepping up and dealing with injuries. And and all the adversity. But we have a good group of guys that there's a different feeling to the team than even the last couple years. I'm not sure how it's going to finish up, but I like the energy that we have in the locker room.
What will let you know you need to change your perspective?
I just think life and growing up and dealing with all the emotions that life sends your way. Great happiness and great sadness as well. I think gives you the perspective to kind of cherish the little things and live with a little more gratitude. Think about the things that you do have and not worry about the things that you maybe wish you had. That slight little adjustment, I think, for me has just allowed me to live with so much more joy.
Aaron, did you think of sliding on the play at the goal line?
Hell no. No. Every now and then you got to put your head down. Maybe I wished I, would have had a juke in the old bag, but I felt like things are collapsing and I needed to tuck that thing and put my shoulder down.
Have you seen the picture of you rolling around the internet yet?
I saw it.
Any thoughts?
Man, the internet's undefeated.
Time for two more.
Have you heard anything from Devontae or Allen?
Yeah, we had them on FaceTime in the locker room, both guys. I talked to both of them before the game and yesterday. They're excited to get back. MVS as well. This has been killing him. He told me a couple weeks ago he's never missed a game. High school, Pee-wee, college. For a track guy, that's pretty impressive. So he's itching to get back. It'd be nice to get those three guys back hopefully next week.
What was the celebration like in there? It seemed pretty loud from the here. And I know you mentioned that you've been giving some post-game speeches. Did you give one today?
I did. I don't know why Matt keeps calling on me, but I do enjoy it. I really do. It's a special opportunity to speak to these guys, give them a little perspective, a little wisdom. The one thing I will share that I said was, and I thought about this, and one of our guy that been working at the stadium for a long time, and I had a conversation about this years and years ago, but the G that's on our helmet and on our jersey travels with you. And I just reminded the guys, because a lot of guys will be leaving town maybe for a couple of days, kind of getting away. Just remember how special it is to wear that G, and when you leave, you take that G with you. And it doesn't just stay in Green Bay, it travels with you. Represent the team the right way. And I always enjoyed that conversation from years and years ago. That stuck with me.